What's up, everybody? Back for another Honkai Star Rail video, and we have the newest info on the newest Planar Ornaments. This thing right here is the weekly boss material for the new boss, and this one is going to be the essential material for Constance, who's going to be the next update after Siren, right? So let's see what the new Planar Ornaments do, because for some reason they don't show it on their live stream, and I mean, you guys probably know what they do, I'm assuming, just because the live stream, and you look it up, and then you know, and then you look at leaks. Anyway, I rant about that every time. But the first one is Vorus the Eternal Land. It is a planner, so it's only a two-piece. Increases the wearer's crit rate by 8%. While the wearer's metal sprite is on the field, increases all allies' speed by 8%. This effect cannot be stacked. And the next one is Tengoku at live stream, which increases the wearer's crit damage by 16% if 3 or more skill points are consumed in the same turn. Additionally, increases crit damage by 32% for 3 turns. So these ones are looking pretty damn good. The only issue with them is they're pretty limited. So as you can imagine, like always, the character selections on this one are going to be kind of limited. So in this one right here, let me change it to like white, right? There's not going to be too many characters. So everybody with a memo sprite is going to be able to be up here, right? Because one of the requirements is when the wearer's memo sprite is on the field, right? So anybody with a memo sprite, pretty much all the remembrance characters are going to be eligible to actually get this buff. Are they going to be good with this buff? No, not even close, right? I think I got all the remembrance characters. Yeah, okay. And then characters who use multiple skill points in a turn. Well, unfortunately, the only characters that can really do that are Donhang, IL, and Archer. So Archer's here, and then Donhang is right here, right? If I'm forgetting somebody, oh wait, QQ can also do that. Hang on, I knew I forgot somebody. She's right here. Okay. So these are the only characters who can actually proc the new relics. So let's look at the skill point one. So increase the wearer's crit damage by 16%, and if 3 or more skill points are consumed in the same turn, additionally increases crit damage by 32% for 3 turns. So that is a total of 48% crit damage if you get it all done. Now, for this one, QQ can actually only kind of use this set because you can just get lucky and then you're out of luck. You can't get it. You can't use skill points. You're forced to use the attack. So she's kind of out of luck on that one. Archer and Donhang are going to be the only ones to actually get a full use out of this, right? Because they have the skill points, they can use it, right? This will probably be Archer's best set, right? I feel like it was almost made for him, or maybe a future character will also use a lot of skill points, right? Because that's normally what they do with this, is where they'll have it catered towards a character who just came out, which, shocker, this one's going to be catered towards Cyrene, right? And then a character that's upcoming in the future. But this one works pretty well with these two characters. If you need a lot of crit damage, then you're good to go. Archer's ultimate also does, can do some damage, but honestly, the crit rate with the skill point, it just screams him, right? And then Donhang, even though he's not good, can't use it, right? So that leads us with the second one, or I guess the first one, depending on how you view it, right? Is going to be the crit rate and the speed. So while the Moore's Marrow Sprite is on the field, you get get a speed boost, and then they get crit rate. So first things first, the fact that it has crit rate immediately puts Hyacinth in kinda, because one, the other set that she has is just better, right? Plus, she doesn't really need crit rate. She has 100% crit rate at all times, so she really just can't use this all too well, unfortunately, right? Aglaya is not going to use this at all, right? Casterus and March aren't going to use this at all. You can kinda give it to Evernight if you're needing speed, but the team's already kind of slow that you're on, so it doesn't even work with that, right? You can kind of use it with the RMC. Now RMC actually does get a crit boost. I can't remember off the top of my head how much it is, so let me pull it up on the side really quickly. But like I said, Aglaya is not going to be using this whatsoever, because why would she care about ally speed and then a little bit of crit rate, right? Someone would probably use that on her team to give her a little bit more speed, if anything, but nothing too crazy. And then these ones just have such good ones. I mean, Sirene's really just the poster child for this one. Where is MC? ice. Okay, so RMC gives themselves, I want to say 60. All right. Am I tripping? Or is it one of the dupes? I'm looking, I really am. Okay, it's E6. Yeah, Ultimate Career is set to 100%. Yeah, okay, that's what it was. I was like, yo, it's something in their kit that gives them a bunch of crit rate. I couldn't remember how much it was. But yeah, okay, so it's 100%, right? So that is immediately gonna invalidate that. So it's really just like if you want to give them speed, right? And then like I said, these three are the DPS. They're not using that. So really, not a lot of characters can use this time around, which is kind of a trend going forward. I've asked this many times to get your guys' thought on it. And a lot of people don't seem to really mind it too much. Everyone kind of just has their niche at this point. Makes grinding a bit annoying, especially this time around, right? I might just get Siren's relics through like relic remains and whatnot because I'm not ever using QQ, right? I'm not using Donheng IL. He's probably like my most regretted summon ever. I just happened to get lucky and get him, right? Unless he gets buffed. Archer, I don't have Sparkle, and I know you can use him without Sparkle. It just doesn't. I just don't like it, personally, right? So I just never use him. And then also my build's garbage because I never really expected to use him outside like the initial like thoughts, right? And then we have two characters who can kind of use it, I guess, right? They like RMC kind of just wants to get energy to ult to get their charge faster. Um, I almost called her Hyacinth. Oh my god, Hyacinth would just rather have the healing boost one instead, right? And then it's just Siren, right? So I'm very excited to see what character going forward will be using a bunch of skill points because that's kind of where it headed. Because there's no way they're making one for Archer and old Donheng. Donheng's not getting a buff; they would have announced it like a Nova Flare, at least a Nova Flare that is coming up in the live stream. So it's really just Archer Siren who are getting like the actual real benefit here. So skill points characters might be coming up in 4.0. If you're a Sparkle fan, you're probably going to be very happy with this choice because I mean you're getting more value for your character. Finally, she's not just going to be an archer. Um, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess dependent on archer, right? So that'll be pretty interesting. But yeah, this one is probably this might be the worst Planar Ornament set in terms of viability for multiple characters. Yeah, no, it is. It is. I don't think we've ever had a Planar Ornament set that's straight up just two characters, right? Technically three, but I'm like, do we really want to count Donheng, right? But other than that, that'll be it for the video. Let me know what you guys think of the new relic sets, and of course, I will catch y'all in the next one. Thanks for watching.